But for now, coming back just to the noticing. And what Janet's speaking about there is something quite different that we invite people into in the Cherished Mother path, which is rather than doing what you were just describing, Janet, looking outside to see what you can fix or what you can do to change how you're feeling on the inside, the invitation here is to turn around to face yourself and to journey within, to explore the internal landscape. That's what we call it, but we just mean, the part of you that people can't see, but you can feel, to explore that landscape. And what you were just alluding to there is one way of exploring the landscape that we both found really helpful, which is to start sort of thinking about that landscape, having parts to it or different characters within it. And that might sound odd, and it doesn't have to be the way that one explores that landscape. But I know for you and I, turning around to ourselves and exploring this idea that perhaps there was a sort of inner little girl within us.
The word scared.
But also at the same time,
scared parts of myself.
Scared parts of ourselves, but also within us, very loving, strong parts of ourselves, and starting to work on building relationships between those two aspects of us. I'm just calling them two, there's many. But that was a hugely beneficial exploration, I know, for you and for me. That was a little bit weird to be introduced to at the beginning, but has become something so beautiful, so loving, but also really grounding thing within me. I don't know how else you might express it, Janet.
There are many words that would occur, but firstly, I think it actually is like magic. Actually, those scared parts of me, unbeknown to me, were creating chaos often, or creating meltdowns, or creating those sorts of behaviors. And to see that those were coming from my scared parts, and then seeing that if I, as you said, with love and understanding, is, if I can do that, my internal landscape is creating dis-ease, it's creating dysregulation, it's creating emotional upset. If I make it more conscious, what could I create from a more settled and more grounded place? Yes. And that blew my mind, to be honest.
Yeah. And to link that back to what we were saying in a previous video, that's the big difference, that previously, when those scared parts were feeling scared, they would try, and this is not just you, this is for all of us, this is how it works, they would try to control things, whether that's our thinking or people out there, or to try to feel less scared. It makes total sense. Of course you would. If you feel scared, let's find a reason why we feel scared, or let's find something to control so we feel less scared. It's very logical.
Yeah.
However, just to make the contrast, what you were just describing is that rather than looking for the safety outside, we're talking about turning the lens inward and saying, how can I create internal safety? Actually, it stops mattering what's happening outside. I can meet it, but I don't have to have outside looking a certain way to feel safe inside.